Hello, beautiful friends. This is Rachel Archelaus. I have been personally feeling all of my life, but especially in the last few years, to pare down. Pare it down. Get rid of stuff, have less possessions, have less commitments, have less expectations. Just strip away from anything that is like bonding you with an institution, another person, a thing, if it's like in your home, a contract, anything like that, a payment schedule. I've been really feeling like the more I can be spontaneous and listen to myself in the moment, the better. And that's not for no reason. So all of those things, your inspirations to declutter, your inspirations to clean up your diet, your inspirations to pare down have been for a huge reason. One is because on this ascension path, going to 5D, evolving, whatever you're calling it, we can't bring those artificial things with us. And expectations, contracts, anything keeping you from being 100% in the moment and able to make decisions that way is artificial. And you can't take those things, that baggage with you as you evolve. So we've had this inspiration to do it all along, but it's really for an incredible reason. And that is because in order for us to truly connect with our true, natural, divine selves, we need to be able to make complete decisions based on how we're feeling in each moment. So if you don't want to eat dinner at 5 o'clock, but that's when your partner or your kids want a meal, well, you got to figure that out, right? Or if you know you need to have 17 clients a month in order to pay all your bills, but you're feeling like that's not working for you anymore, you got to figure that out, right? And on the flip side of that, it's not that we need to engineer our lives per se in order to be able to spontaneously take care of ourselves. That's the part that's happening for us. Our inspirations for getting rid of stuff and living simply is lining up with what our higher self is providing for us. So if we follow our inspiration as to what we want in our life and what we don't want in our life, our higher self will give us that amount of money or time or whatever that we need in order to do that. So as long as we're following our inspired path, and by doing that, we need to get rid of a lot of stuff, a lot of desires even that we thought we wanted for ourselves. We need to confront who we thought we were, what we thought we would be. I think that's probably going to be the hardest thing. Like, a lot of us can live without material possessions. Like, if it seems like you're giving up on this dream that you've always had, that can be really hard. But especially this month in July, we're like so downloading this energy of let it go, let it go. Who are you? What's your real state? We're being drilled, and all the stuff that's not us is coming to the surface, and we're able to let it go. Because moving forward, right, what if you could just exist in a way that made you feel so blissful and happy and wonderful, and you didn't have to worry about anything else? You didn't have to worry about shelter, you didn't have to worry about money or love or anything. That's where we're going. That's where basically I am. Feel the relief in that. You have everything that truly makes you happy and nothing else, and you're supported fully. Hello, it's awesome! It's so cool. It's so amazing. It's so fabulous. It's so wonderful. And until you get rid of the extra stuff, you won't be able to see that. Because it's the extra stuff that's in the way of you even knowing that that's possible. So I think I described this in my newsletter too. It's like sometimes we think that in order to achieve our dreams, we need to add stuff to our life. We need to make more money. We need to add more clients. We need to get more knowledge. We need to add more relationships and add more networking, add more love, add more support. But really, what we really need to do is to just push away the stuff that's not working, that we don't really want, that we don't really like, that's not ideal. Because all of the stuff that's essential is already there. And we just need to let that unfurl. It's like a fern growing. It grows in this compact little fiddlehead, and then it expands. And you know what? It was there all along, even when it looked like it was this big. So we are ferns right now. We're in our own little fern forest. We're growing and expanding, and everything we actually needed was already within us. We just need to cut back the rest of the stuff. I've let go of a lot, and I keep letting go of a lot. And the more I do that, the more I find freedom and joy and ease and all of the things that I knew I was, word-wise, feeling-wise. It lies in being completely open. It's like we've talked about before how, and a lot of like older Eastern spiritual texts talk about how we are emptiness. It's true. The more we empty out, the more real we become, because then we can just allow ourselves to channel our higher energy. And it's beautiful and it feels so good. I've kind of alluded a little bit to a major thing that's happening to me right now, but I'm not going to really fully talk about that yet. But I'm letting go. I'm letting go of all the things that I know inside of me are not really facilitating my highest growth and my highest joy. And by doing that, I'm actually growing my capacity to take care of myself, to allow myself to be fully supported on all levels, financially, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all of them. And it seems very counterintuitive, but that's how it's been working for me, and that's how I see it working for other people. One of the things that I've been really into lately is reading about Alex Honnold and watching his YouTube videos. He's an amazing climber. He's a free soloist, along with doing the traditional climbing, rock climbing. And he's a sponsored athlete. So what happened is basically, and really any sponsored athlete, they are obsessed with what they're doing, right? He's obsessed with rock climbing. He lives in a van. He's lived in a van for 8 years so that he can drive with the seasons to the places that he wants to climb. And so he lived most of that time for under $1,000 a month, but he was doing exactly what he wanted to do every single day. He let go of all the stuff that wasn't essential to his bliss. Climbing was what he wanted to do, so he got the van. It just happened to be a cheaper lifestyle. And so eventually, when he started getting more and more well-known, people would send him money. Like, all of these brands sponsored him and would just send him money, and they'd send him gear. And so not only was he doing what he wanted to do for $1,000 a month, then he was also being fully supported. So where he didn't have to spend his own $1,000 a month, and he was actually making money. And so now he's got money in the bank, and he also has a foundation where he supports environmental projects like bringing solar to third world countries or Navajo reservations. Eliminate the non-essential, eliminate what doesn't bring you joy, and you are on the path to being fully supported. My Soul-Centered Business Bootcamp tagline is empower your purpose and get paid to be you. Right? This is what we're talking about. Get paid to be you is the fifth dimension. And eventually we won't even need money. We'll just be fully supported to be able to create whatever we want without having that exchange in place. This is happening. This is absolutely happening. There are lots of examples out in the world. I'm also an example, and I want you to know that this is real and it's here. And if you just follow your instincts and you follow your intuition, especially right now in the month of July, but it will continue on. Absolutely, for sure. This is just going to keep snowballing. It'll happen for you. You'll be on the path. You're already on the path. Just keep following your instincts and your intuition. The mental hurdle is probably going to be the worst one, where you're just overthinking or you're stopping yourself. So get into a group like Zephyrus. A Soul-Centered Business Bootcamp is in there. We have psychic development courses, how to talk to your guides, your angels, how to see energy, how to live the psychic lifestyle like I'm talking about, how to facilitate your own spiritual acceleration, so much stuff. And of course, me and the group, right? People who understand what you're going through, what path you're on, group coaching with me, and private coaching every single month for a ridiculously low price. And if you use the code CRAYON right now, you get 50% off the group. So I would check it out, and I'll put the link in here so that you can get to it. But if you guys have any other questions about the shift or what's happening right now, or you want more story time from me, just let me know what you want me to talk about, and I'm so happy to do it. All right, guys, lots and lots of love. Bye.